So today we are going to talk about elastic load balancer. So elastic load balancer automatically distribute incoming application traffic across the multiple target. So what is the target? Target here is the server EC2 instance server, and what is the traffic request coming from the internet? The traffic means like request. Okay, it can be handled varying load of your application traffic in a single availability zone or across multiple availability zone. So I'm going to open here. So we have one elastic load balancer right here, and we have three EC2 instance running here. So what is going to be happen? There is a AWS structure and VPC, and we have elastic load balancer under VPC. So if request is coming from internet right here, the elastic load balancer what is gonna do? So elastic load balancer, it will distribute the load equally to each EC2 instance server. So whatever request is coming from the internet, it will distribute the load equally on each EC2. So it will load distribute equally, and if it's any EC2 instances like going to be failure or fail, so elastic load balancer, it will route the request in between two EC2 instance, and it will check the health. If health is failure is back, if the health is good or it's not fail anymore, then it will again transfer the request on all three EC2 instance. So equally is going to be distribute all the load. So before we're going to start the elastic load balancer, I need to launch 2 or 3 server here. I'm gonna show you guys how we can balance the load when the servers are running, EC2 instance are running. So I'm going to launch EC2 instance here. I'm going to install one server in the that zone. What is zone? East US East 1A. So I'm going to install like Apache server here. Here is my code. The code is going to be update the Linux machine, and then install the Apache server, start the Apache server, enable the Apache server, and I'm going to name it to US East 1A. So when I launch my server, it will show me which region I launch my server, right? In security group, I'm going to open port 80 for HTTP here in a security group. So my one server is in pending. I'm going to rename it. So one server is running right now. I will go to create another one before create. So one server is running here. I'm going to copy the IP address. I'm going to open another URL and paste the public IP here. So this is running hello world US East 1. I'm going to create another one. It's going to be called the region like maybe US East 1 2A or 2B. So I'm going to configure another server. I'm gonna configure in East 1B another server. The same code I used in previous class. I'm going to the same code I use it, and this time is 1B US East in 1B. So I launch it, and now it's in pending, is running. I'm going to rename it again. So now 2 servers are running. The same thing I'm going to check is it in operation or not. So I'm going to paste the public IP right here. So this one is US East 1B, right? Now I'm going to load elastic load balancer. So here is a blank page. You need to create elastic load balancer. Click here. There are 4 kind of elastic load balancer. One is HTTP, TCP, and IP. It should be gateway load balancer, application load balancer. We are going to work on application load balancer today, network load balancer, and gateway. And also the last one is classic. This is deprecated, it's not using anymore. So therefore kind of we are going to work on application load balancer, because we need to use a HTTP and port and HTTPS port. So this is free, that's a free server, and this one is the network load balancer. Is kind of expensive and it's not free. So we are going to start with the application load server, application load balancer. So hit create. So first name it. So I name it my first load balancer, and the schema is internet facing, because the request gonna be come from the internet, not the internal. If it's internal is private, so no one can access from the outside. So this is the public. So I'm going to launch, I already launched Apache server online, so publicly we can access our load balancer and check how is going to be balance our load. So load balancer, I already opened HTTP port, so I don't need it. Here I use two availability zone. One is US East 1 and one is US East 2. So US East 1, right? So in US East 1, my load balancer gonna be here, and is going to be distribute load in between these three EC2 instance. If I'm gonna select the region, two regions, like if I'm going to select another region here, so how is gonna be work? Load balancer should be here, and it start if any request coming from publicly, so it's going to be distribute load across the region, right? Across the region, and equally is gonna be it's gonna be load distribute the load. If one region is failed, that's not gonna be happening. But if failed, supposed to be, it will start transferring load to the on the right, this region 2, right? Once the region is back, it will distribute load again equally. So I select two region here, right? Next, the second step is security groups. So I have already selected in my EC2 instance security group ABC. So it has the port HTTP 80 open. Next, there is a target. So target group, what are the target group? First we name it. Target groups are the instance group of instance. So I launched two instance, so I'm going to be select instance. So I'm going to show you what the target basically. So target groups of EC2 instance and hold applications. Each target group is used to route the request to one or more registered target. Registered target I mentioned you before, like EC2 instance. So we are going to register our EC2 instance in a target group. So first name it target group. We can say my target group. The target types is HTTP we are using, so I already launched instance, so I'm going to be keep instance. Protocol is okay, nice. And this is the path. Health check. What is health check, right? So health check is going to be click on advanced right here and get it here. So I launched Linux server. So Linux file system is starting with the slash. Let's see in Google. So I type here Linux file system, enter. So Linux file system. So right here, so Linux file system root you guys can see here, root is starting with the slash. So Linux has a lot of file system bin slash board dev etc. So it will like in 30 second, it is going to be load balancer going to be ping each EC2 instance. If it's get continuously 5 times response in load balancer, it's mean your EC2 instance is healthy. If so, again every 30 second it will ping the path of the EC2 instance every 30 second. If is get the continuously 5 times response back, positive response back, so it's mean the system is healthy. If it's get 2 times like not response, timeout or something, didn't get the response in 2 times, is mean the system is not healthy. In 30 second it's start pinging the system, right? So if it's get the it wait the 5 second to get the response. If did not get the response in 5 second, so it's mean the system is not healthy. If system is healthy, it will get the source like success code 200. So here the HTTP code to use when checking for the successful response from the target. So you can specify multiple values, right? We can modify here multiple values. Anyway, this is the health check, how load balancer going to be checked health, right? So registered target, we are going to register our target here. So select all, select here, and then add target here, select all, next, create. So now we have registered successfully our EC2 instance in load balancer. So it's provisioning right now. So now it's showing that status is active. So how we can access our load balancer from browser? We need to copy the DNS name here, and then I registered two EC2 instance, two machines. So I'm going to request, right, paste here, right here the DNS name. So you guys can see like there is a US East 1 machine is running. If I refresh, it will go for US East 1A. Refresh, keep refreshing, is going to 1B and is going to 1A, 1B, 1A, 1B. So what is going to do is going to be distribute our load to both machine, right? Customer load. So if I stop one machine, it will sending a request to the only one EC2 instance. Let's do it here. I'm going back here. I'm going to EC2 instance. I'm going to stop the stop one of the machine. So two machines are running here, right? I'm going to stop the first one, right? Not the second one. I'm going to stop it. Stop. So now it's a stop right here. I'm going to open load balancer. If I which one is we stop it? We stop 1A. So I'm going to refresh again. So it will transfer load only on one machine or 1B. I'm keep refreshing, but it's not going to the US East 1B because I stopped the machine. Now I'm going to start the machine and see it will transfer load equally. A start instance is going to be start instance. Right now it's pending. Now it's running, right? I'm going to back to the load balancer URL and I'm going to refresh. It will show the 1A. Keep refreshing. Is it running? It's running. So you guys can see now it's back here. 1A, refresh again, 1B, and then 1A. So so our client will not see any failure, because if one machine is failed, it will transfer the load request to other machine, and there is no downtime, and it's transferring load equally on all machines, right? So this is high availability, available. Our servers are highly available, and there is no downtime, there is no latency. So that's all, guys.